Happy welcome to you friends. We are going to discuss a topic on monostable multivibrator using IC555 timer. The outline of our topic discussion is it consists of only one stable state. Either it will be off or it will be on state. Whenever we apply trigger signal to it, it momentarily changes from stable state to unstable state, and after a certain period of time it turns back to its original stable state. And its circuit diagram is circuit diagram will be like this. We connect the 8th pin and 6th pin across a resistor, and in second pin we are applying a trigger signal, and across 7th pin and first pin we are connecting a capacitor to a ground, and third pin will be our output pin, and 0th pin will be our reset pin for flip-flop operation. The inside IC555 timer basically consists of two op amps, which will be upper comparator and lower comparator. In upper comparator, the input terminal will be inverting terminal, and in lower comparator, the input terminal will be non-inverting terminal. The input voltage to the upper comparator will be 2 by 3 VCC. According to voltage divider rule, we had got 2 by 3 VCC, which will be serving as input to the inverting terminal of upper comparator. While in lower comparator, the 1 by 3 VCC we have got by means of voltage divider rule, and these 1 by 3 VCC will be serving as input to the non-inverting terminal of our lower comparator in IC555 timer. The output of upper comparator and lower comparator is connected to Rth pin and S pin of RS flip-flop, and the output state will be Q1 plus 1 and Q1 plus 1 complement. That means next state output and complement of output of next state. The output of Q bar is connected to inverter, and the inverter will be connected to the third pin, which is our output pin, and it basically consists of two discharging transistors such as Q1 and Q2. A glance on SR flip-flop table. The SR flip-flop truth table, when we give 0 0 to both the pins, the next state output will be 0 and its complement will be 1, as we know. And whenever we set pin to 0 and reset pin 1, the output state will be 0 and its complement will be 1. When we apply set pin to 1 and reset pin to 0, the qth output pin will be 1 and complement will be 0, as we all know. And working basically classified into two: before triggering, after applying triggering voltage. First we see before triggering. Assuming that our output is 0, when my output is 0, Q dash will be logic 1. When Q1 transistor switches on, the capacitor will have voltage drop across it, and the voltage drop will be connected to the ground, and it gives input to the upper comparator's logic 0. Thus it make input to the R pin of SR flip-flop to be logic 0. After trigger pulse is applied to our IC, when it is greater than VCC by 3, it makes output of lower comparator to be logic 1, which serves as input to S pin of SR flip-flop. The output of Q1 will be logic 1, the output of Q dash will be logic 0, which makes the transistor to be off, because the transistor base terminal will be connected to the Q dash. The capacitor across Q1 will be charged, as it gets applied directly from VCC, till the voltage across a capacitor will become VCC. Then it delivers the input to non-inverting terminal of upper comparator, and when the voltage becomes greater than inverting terminal voltage, that is 2 VCC by 3, the output of upper comparator will be logic 1. Thus the input of reset pin of SR flip-flop will be logic 1. The input of S pin will remain same, which is logic 0. Hence the output will be logic 0. The Q dash will become logic 1, and which will turn on the Q1 transistor. The capacitor will discharge in the fashion from transistor to capacitor and capacitor to ground. Finally, our output pin, which is the third pin in our IC555 timer, which delivers about 200 milliamps of source current. The input of reset pin of SR flip-flop will be logic 0. Also, the input to S pin of SR flip-flop will be logic 0, as VCC by 3 is greater than 0 volts to non-inverting terminal of lower comparator. Thus the operation is repeated again after a trigger pulse is driven off to a lower level. The time taken for a vibrator to turn from stable state to unstable state will depend on the values of resistor and capacitor connected across it, which will be the resistor connected across will be 8th terminal and 7th terminal, and capacitor connected across BJT. We won't use a control pin of IC, which might you be noted it in monostable multivibrator, which is the exception in this monostable multivibrator. The derivation for time of duty cycle, which is the time of duty cycle means the time for waveform to taken from unstable state to stable state. The voltage across a capacitor, as might you came across, VC, the small VC will be voltage across a capacitor, and VCC will be our biasing voltage, and T will be the duty time, and RC will be the resistance and capacitance at T equal to T, when VCC equal to 2 by 3 VCC. T equal to time period of the waveform, the voltage across a capacitor will be 2 by 3 VCC. Therefore 2 by 3 VCC equals to VCC into 1 minus e power t, the derivation as follows, and finally the formula will be T equal to 1.1 RC, which is referred as duty cycle of the monostable multivibrator. Thank you friends for listening to me.